Welcome to the Pretty Red ENT Show. It's your girl goddess Nikita, aka Pretty Red ENT. And if nobody told you they loved you today, just know that goddess Nikita, she loves you, okay? I just want to take my time out to give gratitude to the universe, Mother Earth, God, whoever you believe in. I really give gratitude on a different high oxtail. And I'm sending so much love and light out into the world, okay? So how are you beautiful people doing today? Today, I want to talk about, because this has been on my mind, what it means when somebody says they're in their divine feminine energy. Okay, a lot of people have different views on what divine feminine energy means, but I'm going to explain to people who hear people say this and they don't know exactly what they mean. Like, they understand, but they don't really understand, like completely understand the process, what goes on, who this person is. And I noticed that because I asked somebody, I said, do you know what it means when I say I'm in my divine feminine energy? And they said yes, but I asked them, I said, what do you think I'm saying? And they didn't have an answer. They just like, well, I just assume that you're just tapped into the feminine side of you. And I'm like, that's somewhat the same, but not, because you're speaking to a woman who's an Aries, which means that my sign, my energy is automatically coming off as the top masculine sign. So I'm automatically have like divine masculine in me. Like, that's just natural. It comes natural. It's pure. It's there. It's, if I want to be rah, 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 I can be that. But when I say I'm in my divine feminine energy, that means that I'm just balanced out. And I'm going to explain to y'all, this is exactly what they said. They said that if I'm tapped into my divine feminine energy, I'm just balanced out. Like, I know how to find the balance in between. And I was like, how does that work? And I try to break it down in that term. But I want to speak to y'all about being in the divine feminine energy, because a male, a straight one who's not gay, or he could be gay, the whole thing is that you could also be in your divine feminine energy. There's nothing wrong with that either. That's totally normal for the planet Earth, okay? I know I'm sitting up here drinking this tea. So first things first is, when I tell people I'm in my divine feminine energy, I'm in my soft girl era. But for the most part, when I say I'm in my divine feminine energy, I really mean that. And what does that mean for me? So let me help y'all out, okay? Like, there's going to be some shots fired. But this is how you will know. I'm going to teach y'all somewhat how to move with people who are in universal flow. Why things happen. This is going to break down. When I talk about divine feminine energy, it's really going to break down why things happen when people are in their divine feminine energy, why things happen to them, like karma really hits them if you play with this person. Like, it's a reason behind every single thing. There's nothing that doesn't have a reasoning behind it. But this particular reason is very important, because most people don't get that. And I'm here to help y'all out. I've been talking to a few people, and I'm like, oh, I need to do an episode on divine feminine energy, what it means to be in your divine feminine energy. I just got to, because I love y'all. And I don't never want y'all to be out here acting crazy, disrespecting the divine feminine energy. That ain't something you want to do, baby. That is not something you want to do, okay? Ooh, this tea feel good. Okay, so I was literally talking to somebody. I told them I'm in my divine feminine energy, and they didn't know what it meant. So I wanted to help him out. Okay, I said, I'm in my divine feminine energy. What this means when a spiritual person or a religious person says, I'm in my divine energy, or I'm in the divine feminine energy, okay? So you got to understand something. The divine masculine energy was the Lord, God. That's the divine masculine energy. Now, we got the divine feminine energy, which is the goddess, which divine energy is basically, to me, healing, real, genuine love, forgiveness, love. The divine feminine is all about, the divine feminine energy is about compassion, forgiveness, oneness, love, giving love, receiving love, just being in that universal flow. The universal flow of compassion. Divine femme understands compassion. She understands every single thing. Understands everything, like when it comes to what it is to forgive. The divine masculine energy, it's not really so much about forgiveness. And that's what people don't understand. Like, if you are saying that you're a spiritual person, whether you're a guy or a woman, the whole thing is that you could be tapped into your divine feminine energy where you're forgiving. That's divine feminine energy. Divine masculine energy, it does some forgiveness, but not as a high, it's not its main focus. Divine masculine energy to me is more of action, power, authority, discipline. But divine feminine energy is soft. You ain't got to yell at nobody. It's all a reflection. You basically own one consciousness. And then I was having a talk with one of my friends, and they were like, the divine feminine energy created everything. It created the earth. It created any single thing that's here. So if somebody tells you that they're in a divine feminine energy, that means that, one, they're tapped into the universe, okay? They're tapped into the universe. People don't understand that. So if I'm tapped into the universe, I'm telling you, I'm tapped into divine femme energy. Because when I say it, this is what I mean. I'm not saying it how most other spiritual people mean divine femme. I don't know what they mean sometimes, especially when I hear them talk. I'm like, divine feminine energy is not like that, guys. It's really, you don't have to fight nobody. You're not arguing with nobody. You're not really going back and forth like as for an Aries woman. Aries people are natural warriors. They are the god of war. Do you understand like how that takes a Aries female to be in the divine femme energy? It takes a lot because, one, we're taught to fight off rip. Like, that's our zodiac sign. We are the god of war. If you want to go to war, baby, you better know before you start coming over here creating war, you need to know who you're going to war with. And Fab said, and then watch out who you peacing with, okay? Because he gone for the summer. Yeah. I love that song by Ace Boogie. Okay, I got to make sure y'all listen to that song. Ace Boogie with the hoodie featuring, well, it's actually Fab featuring Ace Boogie with the hoodie. It's called Gone for the Summer. Listen to that, okay? That's my song. But I had to learn that being in your divine feminine energy, you're not here to fight back with nobody. You're not here to get upset. Like, you're here to be compassionate. You're here to be understanding. You're here to be nurturing. You're here to be forgiving. Being a divine femme energy is all about forgiving. And so when I talk to a spiritual woman and, she claims she's a goddess, fine. You're a goddess. I'll give you that. I'm not going to dispute you being a goddess because we're all gods and goddesses in our own little way. But what I will say is, how you telling me that you and your divine feminine energy and you hate someone don't make sense to me. So you got to make that make sense. Like, okay, so you and your divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is about forgiveness, letting go, being loving, being compassionate, nurturing, but you hate someone. Or you don't want to open yourself up to love. That's not the divine feminine energy. The divine feminine energy is always open because it's energy that can be accessed. When this young man said, well, divine feminine energy, it created everything. So if I'm telling you I'm one with me and the maker, because you don't know about me and my situation, you never asked. If I'm telling you I'm one with me and the creator, the real one, what I'm telling you is that I'm tapped into my divine feminine energy. So even when you're dealing with me, you need to be dealing with me like you're dealing with God. And respectfully and disrespectfully, okay? That's the only thing I'm going to say. And some people ask, like, why? And I will tell you this. If you deal with me like I am God, I'm tapped into the divine energy, which means I'm tapped into divine femme energy, which comes from the universe. And I'm really tapped into that energy. That's what I mean by I'm tapped into the divine feminine energy. I'm tapped into the creator energy, which is the divine feminine energy, which comes back down to, God being a woman, whatever, however you view God, that's you. Me, I do know that the universe was created off divine feminine energy. Okay, so if we come on and we do this divine femme, and I'm telling you, I'm tapped into my divine feminine energy, here you go disrespecting me. And I'm telling you, like, listen, when you're around me, be careful what you say, how you do, and how you move around me. I ain't got no control over what the universe is going to do to you for what you did to us. And people don't understand. They're like, what do you mean by us? I'm talking about me and God. I'm one with God. If you want to look at it on a religious tip, I'm one with God. Real one with God. So you like, oh, okay. So then if you're talking a spiritual level, like, yeah, I'm one with the creator. Facts. Big super facts. So here you go, dealing with me and not knowing that I could be the creator sitting in my body. And here you go, really disrespecting me. The creator is like, well, I just came along their path to see if they were going to still do the same thing that they've been doing. But the fact that they turned around and did it to you and you're a beautiful person, yeah, they got to pay for that. That's why a lot of people don't understand, like, your karma dealing with the divine femme energy or a divine femme woman who claims to be a divine femme and actually is walking the walk and talking the talk and then is one with the creator, one with divine femme energy. Yeah. Divine feminine energy is on a high, baby. It's real high. It's always been the strongest energy on this planet, okay? And this is not me saying all the masculine, I'm demasculating, masculine, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is energy. Energy. We're talking about energy here. We're talking about realness, oneness. When I tell you I am tapped into my divine feminine energy, the one thing you have to understand, even with dealing with me, is that dealing with me is like dealing with God. I claim to be a goddess. I am a goddess. But I'm a goddess in my divine feminine energy. I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't want to have to be mean to nobody. I don't want to have to be around people where I can't trust them. I don't want to be around people where everything ain't right. Like, they faulty. If I can't be in my divine feminine energy around you, whether you're a woman or a man, I'm probably not going to be around you. And people don't understand that too. Like, I don't want to be around you. We can be friends and have a disagreement. At any time that you feel like we're arguing, guess what happens to me? You argue with yourself in the inside. So that's not where I'm going to be at. We're not going to talk about that. I don't want to do that. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, moving forward, I'm cool, baby. I'm like cool with. I'm real good. I don't deal with people, places, and things like that at all. Okay? Like if it comes between me and my peace, I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing me. And choosing me is being in my divine feminine energy. I forgive you enough for what you did, but I also love you enough for the both of us to let you go, because maybe I'm not the one for you and you're not the one for me, and that's okay. Okay? 444 on the clock. And I say that because whether it's a friendship, cousinship, mama ship, daddy ship, whatever ship it is, when it comes to relationship, because relationship is just not one person, the opposite sex. It could be your brother, your sister, your cousin, whoever. My whole thing is I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing peace and I'm choosing me in every single conversation. And if I can't be my divine feminine energy around you and I got to tap into my masculine, which I don't have a problem because I'm balanced. So that means my masculine energy knows when to step up, when not to step up. My divine masculine energy also knows to let the divine femme be her because that's more power. It's more power in being a divine femme than it is being a divine masculine as a woman. Not saying I can't be a divine masculine and be the same. Like, I wouldn't have the same. It's just that I'm balanced in the inside. I have union in the inside of me. So, talking with this particular person, I was telling them, I was like, ever since I started dealing with you, it was funny because this is a true story. Ever since I started dealing with you and I really stopped, things have been really messed up for me. I feel like you did a spell on me. You did something bad to me. I'm like, what? Let me do it again so y'all can understand. So you think I'm going to take my time out of my day, not your day, because this is about TIME, okay? You think I'm really going to take time out of my day to do something bad to you? When I could be getting a whole bunch of good stuff. But I'm going to take my time out of my day to do something bad to you. You really think so? I think not. I don't think so. I love you, but I love you enough for the both of us. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem with everything is that some people feel like they can go in and disrespect the divine femme. And for my guys who's not spiritual that's listening to this and you're like on your spiritual journey or like you're just listening just to listen in, I'm telling y'all really have to be careful on how y'all deal with certain women. If a spiritual woman tells you she's in her divine feminine energy, you, cannot come up to her and play. Do you think you could be in front of God playing? That's my big question. Do you think you could go to God and play in front of God and God ain't about to drag you? Y'all be acting like, yes, God is a forgiving God, but you still got to pay. You got debt to pay. You got karma to pay. This is something that the universe teaches. This is the universe energy. When people are tapped into the universe energy, that means that they're working on universal laws. So when you're dealing with this person, physically, mentally, whatever, spiritually, you are dealing on their rules. Okay, and especially if you're dealing with a woman who's tapped into her divine feminine energy, she has a womb. So that means she has a natural protection around her womb, her whole universe, that if she believes in karma, like go and flow, that's how it's going to be. There ain't no, you dealing with this girl, like, no, because some of you guys, y'all be wanting these spiritual girls, but y'all not ready. And then y'all be trying to understand, like, why y'all life sucks after y'all leave this spiritual girl, because you were dealing with her and you wasn't in the correct energy. You cannot be with a woman who's in her divine feminine energy and disrespect her, play with her, or anything. If you're not going to really be with that woman, then you need to step away. If you have no real intentions, don't mess with this woman. It's kind of crazy, but guys, like, even when I'm talking to certain women, okay, I literally had a young lady come up to me. She said, I'm in my divine feminine energy. And I said, fine. I see that. I hear that. But, when I didn't feel that, okay, and people don't understand, like, what's the feel? Because when you're dealing with people with the divine feminine energy, I'm going to feel your energy before I even get there. Because before I ride, people know I'm finna come. They're like, man, your energy signature is loud. I know, baby, it's loud because I do the work. I'm in my divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is loud, but it's loving. So when you come around me, you're about to get some love. You about to get some hugs. You're finna get some laughter. You might go through some healing. We might cry, but baby, best believe we gonna laugh, okay? Ooh, Ooh, that tea tastes good. But in general, guys, like, me being in my divine feminine energy, and I tell people that even when it comes to other females who consider themselves a divine feminine energy, people who are tapped into the divine feminine energy know other people that are tapped inside of the divine energy. You want to know why? Because they recognize the energy that's inside of them. So they already know, like, when they come to this person, they need to address them as such. Okay? So if I tell somebody, I'm a goddess, I'm Goddess Nikita, I expect you, if you're in your divine feminine energy, to address me as such. Now, whatever you call yourself, if you call yourself an empress, I'm going to address you as an empress. If you call yourself a goddess, I'm going to address you as a goddess. If you call yourself a god, I'm going to address you as a god. If you call yourself an emperor or a king, I'm going to address you as such. But don't be mad when I say I'm a goddess, because do not disrespect me. Now, the thing is about when somebody's tapped into their divine feminine energy and they're telling you, listen, some of the stuff you might be used to me doing, I'm not used to that no more. Don't really do anything to harm me. And so some people don't know what that means when they say, don't do anything to harm me. Don't do anything to throw me off. I just want to be my, I just want to be in my divine feminine energy. That's it. I want to be in my divine feminine energy. I do not want to be disturbed. And so at any moment you try to upset me, you try to do anything to me, people don't understand why the karma is getting them so fast. The divine feminine energy is on the rise, guys. Like, it's not low anymore. It's high. If you tap into it, your energy is going to be high. People are going to say the same thing about you. But being in divine feminine energy, guys, it's a choice. I choose to be this way. I choose not to argue. I choose to see things beautiful because that's what it is. I'm not sitting on this planet for another minute agreeing with somebody that they think this world is bad. Man, this world ain't bad, bro. Like, it's what you see. It's what you perceive it as. If you want something to be good, it's going to be good. If you want something to be bad, it's going to be bad. But one thing about the divine feminine energy is whatever she speaks is going to come to life because she's the creator. Okay, guys, this is what the divine feminine energy is. And so if a male is tapped into the divine feminine energy, guess what's going to happen? As he speaks, okay, he's creating life. So you got to watch what you say because, guys, like, you're creating your life, your thoughts. Every single thing about you is being created from the inside of you when you're tapped into your divine feminine energy. That's the reason why a lot of people be upset because I can't be around certain people in my divine feminine energy because they don't respect women. They don't like the fact that a woman is higher than them. I can't be around that. And it's not even about a woman being higher than nobody. It's really about loving on a divine femme because for a while she wasn't being loved on. And the divine femme energy created this world. So that means God maybe felt like, in a way, she wasn't being loved on correctly. Or maybe it just wasn't enough people tapping in, loving on women enough. And that could be it too. There's a lot of reasons why the divine feminine energy could have been low. It could have been like, oh, we made it seem like the male energy was greater. You have to tap into that. But people don't understand the divine feminine energy is really something, a force field not to mess with. And kid y'all not, it's so simple to this that when I was telling somebody, my birth chart even said that my feminine energy was real strong in my birth chart on this particular day, the way the planets transitioning. For me, that day, it was my divine feminine energy it was the strongest thing I had in me. But I'm like that regardless. And some people don't understand that. It's like, listen, baby, I'm still a G. Okay. And if you know what that means, you know what that means. Take it how it apply. Now, for the people who be like, what does she mean by she a G? I'm going to just tell you how it is. Like my ex used to call me Keita G. And now I'm starting to think like the G mean for goddess. It was kind of like placed there to wake me up, guys. Like I promise y'all, like everything from when I can remember from a child to now woke me up. Everything was placed there for me to get the signs. It's like I just have to figure it out, and I just need the information. And I got it all. And he used to say Keita G all the time. And I never realized that. And then one day I was dealing with this guy, and he was like, I was like, you never call me a goddess. Why you ain't never do that? And he was like, why would I call you something that I already know that you are? That's the reason why I treated you that way. I was like, treated me which way? He's like, do you think I didn't do this stuff for other women? I did this stuff for you because I know you're a goddess. I see in you. I treated you like you were a goddess. I made sure that I could see you. And I got it at that moment. Like sometimes people, you gotta know that who you are is what you say you are. And so there's power in that. So if a person tell you, I'm the biggest, baddest done dada there is, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of something I was gonna say. But if somebody tells you this, guys, you got to believe them. Because what happens if they're practicing this? That means that there's power and there's magic in what they're saying. So imagine me telling somebody, I'm in my divine feminine energy. I'm a divine femme. Okay? That's me saying that, yes, I am a part of a God's team. I'm a part of God. I don't accept that God is my mama. So I'm part my mama. So my mama knows when I'm tapped into my mama energy, and the mom intuition knows when somebody's messing with her child. So imagine you dealing with me and not realizing that you really dealing with God. Like what make you think that you're not? That's the reason why when most spiritual people we talk, we especially when you're on this goddess level. One thing about a goddess level is that we already know everybody's a god. It just, some people have to go and claim their power. Whether or not you want to receive that ain't got nothing to do with me. Because I actually met a person, a guy, he didn't want to be a god. He said, that's too much. That's too much. I'd rather be a king, and that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to rule over my people. I'm going to take care of my people. But he liked that with his family. He ruled over his family. He take care of his family. He is a king. He don't want to be a god, because God, there at a God level and goddess level, there's levels to this. There's stuff that you got to do, but it's really you tapping in, knowing that you are God for real. Like why wouldn't you be God if God was your mama and your daddy? It don't make sense. Why wouldn't you be a goddess? Explain that to me. You wouldn't be half your parents right now. You probably got either your mama or your daddy's last name. And you got your daddy and mama's DNA rolling through your veins. So what would make you think that you ain't God? If you're God's child, you was created from God, what would make you think that you don't have God's energy or flowing through your body? That's stupid. Go back, claim your power, okay? But, guys, when you're dealing with a person, whether you're dealing with them friendship-wise or not, somebody tells you they're in their divine feminine energy and you know they're in their divine feminine energy, please be careful on what you do with these people. Your fate is not going to be good. I don't care what magic, whatever you practice, ain't got nothing smoking with the creator. Sit it down. The creator already know what you're going to do. The creator actually probably sent this person on your path for you to stop doing what you're doing. You're doing too much evil stuff. Like, it's like, I remember one day, and this is a funny joke, and it's not funny, but it's a funny joke. And I just want to, I always make a light out of situations. People who know me know I always do it, no matter what it is. I'm just a person that I make light out of a situation that most people don't. It's just a force of habit. It's something that I do in general, okay? So one day, this girl, she turned around. I knew her at work. I worked with her. And she got an abortion. Now, mind you, Before I was tapped into my spiritual body and do what I do, okay, that's all I'm gonna tell you. Before I do what I'll do, man, I was like, you sure? I was like, do you got any other kids that you had abortions with? So she had abortion. I'm like, dang. And so then we started talking after she had the abortion. I was like, so how many kids have you ever really aborted altogether? She's like, girl, I don't aborted like 4 kids. I'm like, 4 kids? I said, so girl, when you get to heaven, you going to have all these kids sitting up there greeting you. Talking about, mama. You kill all these kids. You feel me? Like, and it's kind of funny because we cracked up laughing. She's like, Keita, man, you crazy. But I never really thought about it that way. So when she got pregnant again, like, I guess her having an abortion again, because she got pregnant 3 times since I have worked there. So the second time she got pregnant, she got an abortion, but she kind of felt bad this time. And I'm like, why you feel bad for her? She's like, I just don't feel right with getting abortion this time, but I need to because I just don't want this baby. Now, granted, like, I was speaking with her, but I really, now that I'm even thinking about the situation and looking back as I'm talking with y'all with this, it's like, dang, I was really tapped into my spirituality. Besides, I did it with Universal Flow on Real People Time. And I was telling her, I was like, for the most part, like, you got to be one with yourself. You got to be one with everything around you. And if you're at peace with the decision you're going to make, can't nobody make you more at peace with a decision besides yourself. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the only person who can make you accept yourself is you. And her third baby, when she got pregnant the 3rd time, she ended up having that baby. And she's like, man, I ain't trying to have another talk with you. Like, but you are right. Like, I can't keep laying down here having sex, not protecting myself and getting pregnant with these kids, especially if I don't want to be with this dude. And I'm letting him just come in me and everything like that. And I was like, well, you got to start protecting yourself. And so she ended up having a last baby. I haven't seen the last baby. Y'all know I love kids, okay? She ended up having a baby. And so I say that to say this, like, being in a divine feminine energy, I learned to come to understand some things, especially when it comes to like around childbirth and different stuff. Because I used to be I'm not for abortions. Right now, I'm kind of still the same way, but I kind of understand if you need to have one. But I also told this girl, I said, girl, what happened if God sent me down here to talk to you because he tired of taking care of your kids? Because that happens. Like, people don't understand that. I literally gave a dude a reading. I'm like, dude, the reason why you can't have a child on this earth, and I'm telling you why. And he was like, why? I said, because you keep coming in women and not asking them to have your baby. They're not agreeing to it. You're just doing it. And they're like, they don't want to be stuck because you're not ready. And I get it. But at some point, maybe a past life you did something and you came here to learn that you cannot force a woman to have your baby. Maybe in a past life, and I kind of think now that I'm thinking about it, maybe his past life, he was forcing women to have his baby. In this life, he has to learn that he cannot do that. The divine film energy will make you know that. Like, so you're not having no kids right now because you're not asking women to come in their body. Like, you just doing it off rip. And he felt some type of way. I was like, well, you got to think about it. I was like, we started off with a condom and you came in my body. That's not fair to me. I told you I ain't want no damn kids. I ain't want no kids at this moment. I'm not having no kids until I have my agreement is met. My agreement must be met on all levels. I'm not having no more kids until then. And I'm dead ass when I say that in my New York slang. Dead ass. Okay? But I was explaining this to him. I said, I didn't want you coming in me. I'm sensitive. You coming at me, man, I'm gonna have to go do extra stuff. Like, no, you're not my man. You get what I'm saying? But yet you took that from me and think that if I get pregnant, I should have your baby. Carry your baby. You just made me do something that doesn't belong to me. So what happens? The divine feminine energy come on. What you want to do? We can not avoid it or not. I don't want it. All right, well, boom, it's out. It's gone. You feel me? Like, that's not fair to a woman. And some women be trapping men like that too. Like, hey, look. But that's where y'all men should always wear condoms at all times. That's the reason why you shouldn't be having sex with somebody who you don't have intentions with being with forever. Or just feel like being with for a very long time. Like, I like this person. I'm going to rock with them. We're going to work this out. Some people give up on the first try. Some people give up after the third try. Like, love is forgiving. But I ain't going to keep forgiving you for stupid stuff that you're doing. Nah, baby, you held accountable to some things. Some things I can forgive on. I forgive everything, but depending on what you do, I move different. If you move totally off my board and you went to somebody else's board, stay there. Don't come back. Stay there. You went to that board because you thought it was better than mine. Stay there. And that's the one thing about being in my divine feminine energy, like being tapped into the divine feminine energy. I look at everything. We look at everything like it's a decision. If this is your decision, we stand on it. We support you. That's what the divine feminine energy do. It's forgiving. It's compassion. I understand. I always tell people, I remember I told this one dude, me and him was talking. I said, if you left me because you chose love, I would never be mad. I could never be mad if you left me, you chose love. I believe in love. So maybe I was just there to open your heart because maybe the woman that you're destined to be with couldn't get through to you because your heart wasn't open. So here I come and I open your heart full of love and you go on over here next to your next journey of love, which ain't got nothing to do with me. And by the way, let me say a disclosure because I'm tired of hearing this. Like, bro, I ain't had that many sexual partners. And when I'm talking, I'm just talking in general. This is the dude I used to talk to, never been sexually active with him or anything. I'm just saying, you can open up somebody's heart to love. You don't have to technically be with them in order to open their heart for love. You don't. But that's what the divine feminine energy does. And that's what the universe is teaching me. Hey, you've been doing love. You've been opening up people's heart. You've been tapped into your divine feminine energy. Don't allow somebody to tell you that you're tapped into your masculine energy because you are, but you have it balanced. And some people don't know how to balance that out. It's naturally balanced in the inside of you. You know how to do that. So when I tell people like I'm in my divine feminine energy, some days I'm not. I'll tell you that. Like, I ain't tapped into my divine feminine energy today. You might want to leave me alone. You might want to leave me alone. On Mary Had a Little Lamb, okay? Nah, for real though. So I'll just be chilling and I'll be telling people that I'm about love and being in my divine feminine energy, being able to not have to argue back or fight with anybody is a beautiful thing. Like, being able to forgive people, it brings me a different high. Like, it makes me feel good. It makes the universe feel good. I remember like one day, my cousin, she asked to come over my house and I needed to do something for her. The next thing I know is that I felt like my cousin was happy and I got a confirmation because when I looked up in the sky, everything was pink. And then one thing I heard one of my family members say, like, the way you forgive is so beautiful. I wish that I was able to forgive when I was there on earth the way that you do. You forgave me flawlessly, and it took me to die to watch you And the impact I still did. Like I did not like you on earth, but I always spiritually loved you. And it's so crazy to hear like my cousin say that. She talking to me, she's like, but look at the way how you forgive. It's pure. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like you do that without really tapping in, knowing what you supposed to do. And you're in your divine feminine energy. It's a beautiful, like you walk and talk that. Like no matter if somebody feels like, oh, you shouldn't say that. You like, listen, I could be respectful or I could hit you with heat. It's your level of disrespect. If I'm telling you something disrespect me, I'm asking you to stop and stop. But if I'm telling you, watch your tone, how you talk to me, because the universe care about that. Oh, no. Baby, I'm in my divine feminine energy. That means that whatever you do to me is like you're doing it to God. You are doing it to the universe. This has nothing to do with me, what your karma is. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. Has nothing to do with me about what your karma is. In general. And I won't allow anyone to make me feel less than what I'm supposed to be. So the one thing, guys, I can tell y'all, what really helped me out was understanding what it means to be in your divine feminine energy is this. Okay? And for you men and for you women, listen up. Because men, you have to start tapping into your divine feminine energy. Forgive and let it go. You can't say you forgive somebody and mention it again. You can't say you truthfully forgive them and keep judging them off of this one movement. Forgiveness is addressing it, acknowledging it, being mad, being happy, being sad, going through the stages of grieving. Then you truthfully just let go and just jump off and let the universe catch you. Because if I forgive you, I truthfully forgive you for everything. I'm not going to half forgive you for nothing. Especially if I want you back in my life, I'll even allow you around my energy. I have to forgive you wholeheartedly. Because if I'm not going to be around you because I'm going to still remember what you did. It's still going to bother me. It's still going to bother me that you like play games with me or whatever the situation might be. Like you might not have been a good friend. I might have forgave you for that. You might want to work on it. Okay, well, let's work on it then. And if I gave you more than one opportunity to work on something with me as a friend, like, and you didn't work on it, no. Baby, we cannot be friends at all. I can love you. I can forgive you. But you can't be around me. We're not on the same alignment. We're not in the same energy field. We're not doing the same thing. So I have to love you enough for the both of us. I got to love me enough to say, no, this isn't okay. No, this isn't what I want. No, this isn't what I accept. And in being in the divine feminine energy, I really learned that I don't have to yell. Anything somebody says to me, if I don't agree with what they're saying, is it true? And it doesn't bounce off me. I can either transmute this energy, what they said, and turn it into something good to help them see their light, or I could just send it to the void, or I can just put a mirror up. So whatever they saying about me is just, I know in actual reality, it's just a mirror. It's a reflection of how they feel about their damn self. I can't make you feel better about yourself than what you're supposed to. So if you feel like, I feel like I'm holier than thou, then you must feel like you're holier than thou. I never said I was holier than the Creator. I just said I'm one with the Creator. I know the Creator created me just like my mama did. So I got to have something of the Creator inside of me. And I'm just one of them people. I'm always forgiving. I'm always loving. I like that. And a lot of people don't know that about me. I really like being nice. I like giving. I don't like to be mean to people. I don't like to be upset. I am very sensitive. Some people can't believe that, but a lot of people know I'm sensitive. I am like really sensitive. I don't like seeing people being done wrong, whether they're a man or a woman, a child, an adult. I feel like we all should be respected and nobody should treat anybody different. I'm telling you, like, even with me, when it comes down to animals, it's so crazy because I got bit by a dog when I was younger, and I used to be scared of dogs after that. And I went with my best friend one day, RIP to him. I love him, by the way. I went with my best friend, and he had me at his friend's house, and they had a little dog. This dog knew, both of the dogs in his house knew I was scared of it. But both, because one dog was really big. This dog was like, man, I don't know why you're scared of me. Now that I'm like, spiritually talking, I was like, man, I feel like your dog wants me to not be scared of dogs no more. Like, her dog used to sit up there and lay with me, this girl's dog. Like, her dog just wanted to be around me. I never really understood then. I do now, and then I'm looking back at the situation. I was like, this dog wants me not to be scared of dogs anymore. Like, it's crazy because after that moment, I was no longer scared of dogs because of a dog making me feel welcome and not being scared. Like, and the only thing I can say that probably the reason why this dog did that was because I was really tapped into my divine feminine energy. I was forgiving. I was very loving then. I was very compassionate. And sometimes when you tap into your divine feminine energy, you might tap out sometimes, or you might feel like you have a leak, but there are people, places, and things that can help you get back in alignment with that real quick. And I'm telling you, that's what happened to me. This dog worked with me to the point where I'm like, girl, what kind of dog is this? I want my own dog. Like, I want my own dog like this, for real. But this dog was a girl, and she helped me realize some things. Like, because I'm like, now, when I go around people and their dogs and stuff, it's like, sometimes they don't do the stuff that they do with me, what they do with other people, now that I'm in my divine feminine energy. Like, I'm woke to it. Like, it's weird. It's crazy. I don't know. Like, I'm just like, all right. But that's how I feel. I'm no longer scared of dogs anymore. Like, I'm not, like, and my cat helped me be more compassionate. So shout out to that beautiful Haitian that I know. Okay. Handsome man. I know you're not supposed to call a man beautiful, but he's a beautiful spirit. I don't care what they talking about. Beautiful to me is something totally different than beautiful to you. Beautiful to me is somebody who has a beautiful, like, the inside of them is so shiny and loving and compassion that they're just beautiful. And that's what kind of person I believe he is. But when he gave me my cat, which is his cat, technically speaking, she helped me learn how to be real compassionate, real loving. Because cats really don't like to be touched for real. They do, but they don't. But if they love you, they will literally come lay with you. They'll vibrate with you. They will literally, like, my cat knows when I'm crying, like, she'll come up to me. It's really weird, but even, like, when I'm sitting down with her or anything, she's just loving in her own way. Now, she's feisty, but she's loving. Don't mess with my cat, because she like to fight, okay? But in general, guys, like, dealing with, and this is my only thing to, like, sum it up to help y'all out. Dealing with somebody who claims that they are in their divine feminine energy, whether male or female, that means that they're in a soft era where they're forgiving, they're understanding, they're compassionate, they're loving, they're nurturing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that. Now, who deals with you if you don't deal with them correctly? That ain't got nothing to do with that particular person. If you're dealing with a divine femme, you got to ask yourself a few questions. And this is some real stuff, whether it's a male or female. One, am I dealing with this person because I need to learn something? Two, am I dealing with this person because I'm doing stuff to a man or a woman that I need to stop? And so the divine feminine energy is here to forgive me for everything I do. So if I go to this person, I really need to see if should I be dealing with this person badly, or should I be dealing with this person godly? Okay, like, should I be dealing with this person like they are God? You should be dealing with this person like you're God if you knew what was right for you. Don't raise your voice at a divine feminine energy. I even was talking to this guy, maybe it was like a month ago. And I don't know, like, spiritually, I was like, I don't know what it is about you, because I know, one, you're not my man, but two, I don't feel like I could ever raise my voice at you. And he just started laughing, and I'm like, I don't know what it is about you and your energy, but I feel like you master something. And he started laughing. And I said, I feel like you have mastered your divine feminine energy. You merge your masculine and your divine feminine energy. You're understanding, you're loving. Like, I don't know. I feel that energy within me, but me and you not connected. Because I know, like, it's really weird when you're in universal flow, you know other people's people. Like, if they're connected to somebody, you know if this is your man or not, because they have a connection with somebody already that's theirs in universal flow. But I'm a person where I know I also am in people's life to help them out, transition them through different things. So when I'm talking to him, I'm like, I just don't. He started laughing because, like, me and him was joking around, and he just started laughing. I'm like, man, like, I was like, your energy's beautiful. Like, you're your divine feminine energy right now. He's like, that's what I'm working on, is forgiveness and being compassionate. It's crazy. He's like, how you know that, though? I'm like, I just know. You can feel it. Like, I ain't about to go climb no mountain with you. Like, my whole energy just does not want to do that. And it's not that I'm scared of you or anything. It's just more of a respect thing. It's more of a, you here where I'm at. Like, you need to call yourself a god at this point. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but you right here on my level. Like, we see you over here. All the rest of the gods and goddesses, we're watching you. And we see you and we respect you. And so at that time, like, I'm telling people, when you deal with certain people who are in their divine feminine energy, you can't really get that off. Like I was telling somebody, I was talking about in a few episodes earlier, maybe in April, when I had a young lady come up to me and rush me. And she was yelling and stuff. I don't know why you're yelling for it. At some point, it doesn't even make sense of why you are yelling. That's first of all. Second of all is, I'm not about to yell at you because you're yelling at me. Maybe you want to yell at yourself about something. But does that not mean that I'm your punching bag? The universe takes that very serious. Oh, because you mad and now you know this person in the divine feminine energy, you know they're not going to argue back with you, but yet you call them and still argue with them? Yeah, all right, I'll holler at you. You got to pay for that. Anything you do to God, you got to pay for that, especially when a divine femme or a divine masculine, they're in their energy, which means that they got balance in the inside of them. That means they balance the divine femme and the divine masculine energy and merge it into one. Be very careful on how you deal with them people, because your karma ain't going to be normal. There ain't no power, no magic, because that's where all the power and magic comes from. It's from them. There is nothing you can do to get out of that. I don't care how many helping hands you got in prayer. There's nothing to get you out of that. You done disrespected the creator. You got to pay down for that. The creator also told me, like, man, you got to be in a divine film. You only here to do your job. Once you do your job, no matter what happened to you, that ain't got nothing to do with you. You did not do that. They did that. You might be sad and crying, but you got to understand something. I take it and this is what the universe has been talking to me about. I take it very seriously. I take it very serious and seriously when it comes to you. When it comes to people who are tapped into my energy, they had to let go so much to even be here. They are a new person. I want to allow anybody to take them back to where they were at. they actually like being over here, which I do like being in my divine feminine energy. I like being soft. I don't like being mean. I don't like being aggressive. I kind of do some days. But I'm in Aries, and I gotta feed that's why I told people like being balanced. I'm gonna talk about that on my next episode, what it means to be balanced. But I really love being tapped into my divine feminine energy. I love just being a big baby. I love it. I love it when the universe treats me like a baby. Anything I ask, I get it. If I'm crying, the universe consoles me. If, life gets too hard for me, the universe knows how to bring me back. Like, yes, divine feminine energy, that's a mother. Feel me? A mom knows everything. So the divine feminine energy, we know everything. We can feel everything. We see everything. So you got to understand what it means when somebody says they're tapped into the divine feminine energy or they're in the divine feminine energy. I could do one on the divine masculine too. I could, because I could really go off on there because y'all know I'm an Aries. Okay. But I really want everybody to understand a few things about what it really means to be tapped into your divine feminine energy. And when dealing with someone that's tapped into the divine feminine energy, do not disrespect them. Treat them as they are the creator. Because that means that they are tapped into the creator's energy. And if somebody tells you anything different than their divine feminine, their divine femme, and they're not tapped into the universe field, they're not tapped into the creator field. They're not really that. You can tell and you can sense out the frauds. I'm telling you how. Test them. Ask them a few questions. That's what I do to people. Oh, so how you feel about love? That's the number one question. I'm telling y'all, next time y'all talk to somebody and they tell you they're in a divine feminine energy, whether you're really into spirituality or not, test the spirit by the spirit. Ask this one question. How you feel about love? Are you open to it? Do you want it? Because divine feminine energy will say this, and I promise you, this is the answer that you should get. And use your discernment, because somebody might listen to my podcast and try to think they can finesse you. But baby, please believe, can't nothing be finessed when you're on one consciousness. You can see right through their damn illusion. I keep asking them questions till you get the answers that you need, okay? So the thing is that I would ask them, and then they respond. I would say, everything's all love. I don't see nothing but love. I can't give out nothing but love. I can't receive nothing but love. Am I ready for love? Yes, I'm ready for love. I'm here for it. I'm already love. That's a divine femme answer and energy. I'm all about love. I don't want to be anything else. I don't want to hurt you. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to talk down on you or anything. I'm really here to make sure that I'm loving on myself correctly. I am able to be patient, loving, caring, compassionate, forgiving. Like, yes, I am love. So I won't accept anything less than that. And I will say, yes, I am ready. And people who are divine femme, they know what I'm talking about. That's exactly what it means to be tapped into your divine feminine energy. That's exactly what it means to be a goddess. Now, some people, they're a different type of goddess, but they're still, in order to be a goddess, you still have to be in love flow, love energy. If you're not willing to let somebody love on you, people should be able to feel your love from a mile away. If your love is blocked, you're not tapped into your goddess energy. There's no disrespect or anything. I love you, but that's being real. Real, fake is fake. And that's one thing I can't do. I don't lie and I don't fake the front. I definitely keeps it real. I don't care who it hurts or not hurt. And it's like me being tapped into my divine feminine energy is like this. I know if it's going to hurt you or not. I wouldn't hurt myself, so I wouldn't hurt you. So the things that I'm telling you, it ain't hurt me. I'm just letting you know. To be in your goddess energy, your God flow, to be in your divine feminine energy, you have to be forgiving, you have to be loving, You have to be compassionate. You can also speak up for yourself. But it's like speaking up for yourself with love. You don't have to speak with aggression. You can literally just be calm. I'm telling you, that girl was full blown yelling at me. Now, anybody who know me from back in the day was like, yeah, that wouldn't have set with Keita back in the day. No. You would have yelled 2 words out your mouth and I would have popped you. I don't play games. I don't need to make myself upset to fight you. See, there's a difference. I mastered myself at a very young age. So you're dealing with somebody who's a master of them completely. I don't need a crowd to fight you. I'm one of them people, a little bit different. Like, I don't need a crowd to fight you. I won't fight you with a crowd around you. Because that means you need a hype man. I don't need a hype man. To do what I need to do to you, I'm not going to need a hype man. But we going to see who's going to walk off. And but at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, what will it solve? It will only help you out. It's not helping me out. But see, being an Aries, it's like, yeah, I done pleased a little part of myself. But being on my divine feminine energy, not fighting you is way better than fighting you. Baby, you don't even deserve my energy to even hit you. If you lucky, I even have a conversation back with you. That part. That's what being in your divine feminine energy is, guys. And even if you're a man, even arguing with another man, even arguing with a woman, even arguing with anybody in general, like, what? Some people don't deserve your argument energy. Let it go. So, guys, just tap in, tune in, zoom in, be careful when you're dealing with people in their divine feminine energy, because this is what it means, being in your divine feminine energy. This is exactly what it means. Doesn't mean anything else. So when a man say they're in the divine feminine energy, that just means that they're really high with forgiveness, loving, compassion. You're tapped into the mother. You're tapped into the creator of everything. Be careful, because the creator cares about that. I'm flowing through this person, and with the divine feminine energy is abundant. They're flowing through this person. So you're connected to this person. You shouldn't be getting anything, but because you're connected to this person, this energy core with this person, your energy is starting to be abundant because they're abundant. So the universe feels like, oh, so you only was connected to this person because, you trying to connect to do this. I'm like, what? I'm telling y'all, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the very most important thing I must tell you is this right here. You must remember, do not disrespect the divine feminine energy. If you're dealing with someone who says, hey, I'm tapped into my divine feminine energy, they're in their divine energy, and maybe they're just starting. Okay, this is the thing. Like, a lot of people don't look at it either. I need to get off of this for real. But if somebody's just now starting getting into their divine feminine energy, they might have a moment they slip up and they go all the way full throttle masculine on you. Does that mean that they're not in their divine feminine energy? No. It could mean the universe is teaching them what to do, what not to do, how not to do something. And you could be a helping tool, a lesson to them to help them learn, listen, when people start yelling at you, the one thing you can do is stop, put up a mirror, reflect it, and it goes right back to them. It never received you. But once you get on that higher rank level, once you really start stepping your divine femme energy, that's more that stuff ain't even hitting you, the energy field or anything, what they're saying. It depends on how you visualize what you're doing with the stuff they're doing. Or if you just not paying attention to them. I mean, you paying attention. It's like, I'm trying to explain to y'all what I do and how I do it. So basically, now that I'm on a real high rank level with it, it's more like when people talk and they be going crazy and they just talk about me. And it's just like, what? Only thing I could do is not respond the same way they do. I just keep with my thoughts. I keep with my original power. You're not going to take my power from me. Like, no, I'm telling you, don't disrespect me. I'm asking you to do that. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm treating you like a god because I'm a goddess. I'm not disrespecting you, so you shouldn't be disrespecting me. I'm not yelling at you, so you shouldn't be yelling at me. I didn't do anything to harm you, so you shouldn't be harming me. Okay? And that's what I mean by that. So if I'm talking to someone and they're really trying to harm me, I can't feel that because I'm not trying to harm you. I'm only responsible for my half. That's how I respond, how I treat you, all of that. I'm not responsible for how you do me. But that's what it means, guys, to really be in your divine feminine energy. And this is my episode for that. But I hope this helps somebody out and understand something, like dealing with somebody who's in their divine feminine energy, whether it's a man or a woman. You got to be very careful on how you treat this person because they are really tapped into the creator. And that's what it means. So if people telling you they're in a divine feminine energy and they're not telling you they're tapped into the divine femme energy, like God's energy, the creator, then there's something wrong. And then start asking questions. Your spirit, trust your spirit. That moment that they tell you this and you feel like they're not connected to God, bro, pray and ask questions because it will be revealed. And it ain't no way around it. It's now they either real or they not, because there's a lot of spiritual people that's fake out here. They gotta go. They gotta go. There's people out here that's lying. You know, I don't care if you're trying to help people. That's fine. But you definitely need to be helping yourself. You got to. It's about the divine feminine energy. She gives to everybody, but she also gives to herself. She loves herself enough to know, hey, my cup is not overflowing anymore. I can't share my cup. When my cup gets to the point where it's overflowing again, I can share my cup. But right now, I can't share my cup. That's knowing when and where and how to move, but you're moving with love. I can't give you more than I give myself. I won't do it no more. Love you. And that's about the divine feminine energy. It's about loving yourself. Okay? All right, guys, I ain't going to talk your head off no more. I thank you and I appreciate you for tapping into the Pretty Red ENT show. This is my episode about being a divine femme, tapping into divine femme energy. I appreciate you for listening. I've been having this on my mind to talk about for at least a week now. And I was like, you know what? I got to come up with an episode on how to do it. I got a few episodes that, you know, it's going to be great for y'all. Something that y'all need to know what's coming up with the universe. And remember, guys, for this weekend, Destiny of Fate is out. These moments is out. Y'all got to be careful, you know, and be prepared. Be a universal flow. I won't even say be careful. What I will say is be happy. This weekend, be happy on purpose. If you know somebody is upset, they do not like being happy. They don't like waking up happy. They don't like anything that makes you happy. Be you and be more happy on purpose. Be happier. Just because you can't. People give out so much hate, but it's like you give out so much hate, but baby, you can take all this hate and apply it to love. And imagine you not really having to go through anything. You change the world in a frequency the moment that you agree to love, guys. Love is a beautiful thing. It's powerful. It's healing. It is wonderful. But the thing I must tell you is I'm not accepting anything less than what I deserve. Anything less than what I deserve. I don't care what's going on. But guys, please turn up that happy heat this weekend. Get up, make yourself happy. Turn on some music, dance, do whatever you need to do to make you happy. If you like singing karaoke, baby, sing you some karaoke. Okay, you like doing that, do that. If you like drawing, draw. But be happy on purpose. I'm telling you, that's an energy in itself, and it's beautiful. And it bothers some people so, but do it so bad to the point they gonna want to be happy. That the moment that they even step in your energy field, they even go to say something to you. It changes because you're happy. You change the energy. Don't allow somebody to take that energy from you. That's your light, baby. Happiness come from within. Something that you have to create. Nobody else can create that or add to that. You have to add to that. So you have to find yourself and be happy with it. And go on a date with yourself, okay? All right, guys, I ain't gonna chill on too much, but I love y'all. I'm sending so much love and light out into the universe. I really do love everybody who listens to my podcast. And if you do, you don't. I hope you share it with somebody if they might need to hear it. But, guys, this is the show for today. Divine Feminine Energy. And I love y'all. Make sure y'all go follow me at www.theprettyredentshow.podbean.com. Make sure you tell me how you feel about this episode. It's a really beautiful episode, guys. I really love this episode. But let me know how you feel. Hit me up on Snapchat, The Pretty Red ENT Show. Show me some love, Instagram, Facebook. I'm there, all that. Tell me how you really feel. If you got my number personally, call me. Be like, hey, I messed with that. It was dope. Like, you did your thing. Like, you went off. I definitely went off, and I went off and I squared off. What's that? You gonna run up? What's up? But I love y'all so very much. Thank you so very much. I ain't gonna sing to y'all tonight. I'll sing to y'all when I get back on my T-Rex and I get on here. I'm gonna sing one day for real. I'm gonna go live and sing for y'all. But I love y'all so very much. Remember, guys, it's for to get intense for people for love. The love portal is open, and there ain't nothing nobody can do to stop the love. The Divine Feminine Energy, the creator, said love has to happen, so it's got to happen. For the people that, they don't want love to happen, you're not even on the same frequency, so you can't even stop what's going to go on anyways, because you ain't on that same frequency. And by the time you get on that frequency, guess what's going to happen? It still ain't going to work, okay? But I thank y'all for rocking with me. You are now rocking with the best. I'll make you forget about the rest. Okay, that the best sex ever by R. Kelly and Carrie Hilson. It's pretty dope. But thank y'all for tuning in with the Pretty Red ENT Show. It's your girl, Goddess Nikita, a.k.a. Pretty Red ENT.